What's good, YouTube? What's good, YouTube? Let me make sure I'm live right now, YouTube. It hit different when you gotta make sure you live. Let me make sure I'm live and we can get into it. This MCU movies, we ranking MCU movies, man. There's really one-on-ones. I'm telling you right now, Black Panther got this. Let me just make sure my stuff is straight, y'all. Let me make sure my stuff is straight. Let me make sure my shit is straight. Cause it says I'm live. I'm trying to figure out. We're gonna go Black Panther either way while I get this situated. Black Panther is definitely better than Doctor Strange. I seen somebody earlier saying that Doctor Strange is better than Captain America: The First Avenger, and I don't think it is. That's actually a pretty good argument. Like that could be a good argument, but nah, I don't think Doctor Strange 1 is better than The First Avenger. I can't say that. What makes it better? Why is it better? You know what I'm saying? Why is it better? Hold on, chat. Let's make sure I'm live. I sure am. Bet that. Damn, is that gonna be my title for everything? Why is that my title? That was my title for the last video. Hopefully it don't. Hopefully it's just glitching. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 versus the Marvels. It's Guardians. It's Guardians of the Galaxy 2. That's not even a debate. Where them hitters at? Where them real debates? Homecoming versus Captain Marvel is Homecoming, and I'm not even. I used to like Homecoming way more than I do now, bro. I think it's because I was younger. It was like 2017. It was the first Spider-Man that we seen in a few years. First one under Disney. Like, yeah, but I mean, I'm still gonna pick it over Captain Marvel for sure. But the first, I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about Tom Holland and his MCU run no more. I really don't. I really don't. Some people hate way more than I do. I don't think he had a bad run. I just think some of his movies are a little like Far From Home is all right. It's cool. It's a little extra. Like some of his movies is just too. It's too much. Not like in a Spider-Man 3 type of way too much, but in like a Disney too much. Deadpool, Wolverine, Shang-Chi, and Ten Rings. See, look, I want to pick Deadpool, Wolverine, but Shang-Chi is really a better movie. Deadpool and Wolverine just had a lot of stuff that they had to, they had to further the plot. So, like, hear me out, y'all. I'm finna put, I'm finna pick Shang-Chi because I want to see a movie like Shang-Chi compete with some of the other movies. But I know the greatness of Deadpool and Wolverine, you feel me? But, like, it just had to move the plot and shit like that. Wolverine was cool. Deadpool was cool. Seeing all the different variants was cool. Seeing all the old characters come back, Blade and Elektra and Gambit. Our first time seeing Channing Tatum Blade was cool. Seeing Chris Evans as Johnny Storm was cool. Y'all see Roxy in the back. Roxy cool too, but we gonna go Shang-Chi, bro. Shang-Chi had a better villain. I can argue that Shang-Chi's dad was a top 5 MCU villain. Facts. Quantumania, cheeks. Only thing good in that movie is Kang. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. It's Multiverse of Madness. I do like everything Kang and Quantumania though, except when they had him die from some ants. You know what I mean? It was like, bro, you like Marvel. Why'd you even do that? Because if your plan was to have, oh, we're gonna, because it's like the second time at this point. By the time Quantumania had came out, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm tweaking, in the Loki show, they defeated He Who Remains or whatever that version of Kang's name was. So it's like, was y'all just gonna kill off a whole bunch of Kangs until y'all got to the most powerful one? Like, I don't even know how I feel about that. And then they had Buku Kangs at the end. It's like, was that what y'all was finna do? Was at some point was they finna have to fight the Council of Kangs? Like, like I guess like I don't like me personally. I just don't like the stories when they go too overboard with the variants and having to fight multiple versions of this nigga, and like I don't be trying to. Incredible Hulk, First Avenger, First Avenger. I hold First Avenger way higher than a lot of people do. Like I liked First Avenger, bro. Eternals, Thor: Dark World. Let me tell y'all something about Eternals. I've seen it 10 times, and I still ain't seen it. You feel me? Every time I put it on, it's either I fall asleep, I get distracted, I just don't finish it. I can't even tell you the plot of the movie, bro. And I know that's probably the only Marvel movie I haven't seen from top to bottom for sure. Um, was Thor: Dark World that bad that I'm still gonna pick Eternals? Off the strength, I'm gonna pick Eternals because Thor: Dark World was some garbage. But it was only garbage because the execution. I liked what they had going on. It was just like a little boring. Like, oh, this other worldly, some guys trying to control the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was kind of lackluster. Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. Ooh, which one's better? I was just debating this, y'all. Which one's better? Iron Man 3 or Iron Man 2? Which one is a better movie? Hmm. Both of them kind of get is it raining? It's raining in Dallas right now. It's June 2nd, it's raining. It's June 2nd, it's raining in Dallas right now, bro. Both of them kind of get shit on, bro. Iron Man 2 is a better, both of them are better watches nowadays. Iron Man 2, they had Justin Hammer, they had Whiplash. That was they it was the Demon in the Bottle storyline. They adapted that a little bit. Iron Man 3 had Extremis, it had Mandarin, the fake Mandarin. Um it was Christmas, the little boy was in there. I kind of want to say Iron Man. Oh, I don't know. Both. I don't know. Now I think about it. Yeah, the first Iron Man is good. They dropped the ball with the second ones, bro. The second and the third one, the whole trilogy, bro. Um, damn. I kind of want to go Iron Man 2, low key. I think I'm gonna go Iron Man 2 is better. F it, I'm gonna go Iron Man 2. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, First Steps. I'm gonna go Volume 3, but I promise y'all I'm not as big on Guardians of the Galaxy 3 like everybody else is, bro. That rocket shit was cool. It was alright. That shit ain't had me tearing up like that, bro. Like, it was alright. What was the bad guy's name? Not the leader. What was the bad guy's name? The creator? He was cool. He was kind of like your typical, I don't want to say nah, he was like a typical mustache twirling villain, and we don't have to look down upon him just because he is that. Like, everybody loves the Thanos or the I guess I can throw Thanos up there. Everybody loves the villains that feel as if they're right, like a Killmonger. They have a really good reason, a method to their madness that makes you want to be on their side almost. But sometimes a nigga like a creator, I can say, I was trying to say Thanos has his explanations, but when you really listen to Thanos' reasons, it's bullshit. It's like, no, nigga, you can't just go around taking away 50% of all of life everywhere just because you feel like that's gonna balance it out. I think he had an example of his planet. His planet ended up not listening to him. They casted him out, called him a madman and all that, and then they still ended up kind of going bad. Like the planet, it wasn't much food and shit like that. Like the planet gave out. That's the planet that they was fighting on in Infinity War. So I guess he was kind of right. So he kind of did have a good reason and motivation, but like, no, nigga, because either way, you're still trying to kill people, bro. What I was trying to say is that the creator in Guardians 3, he's kind of just like an evil bad guy. Like, it's kind of refreshing just to have a bad guy who's a bad guy just because he's sick in the head. So we're gonna go Guardians 3. I like First Steps. Thunderbolts, Spider-Man No Way Home. Ooh. I'm Spider-Man bias. See, look, niggas love to say that with Spider-Man No Way Home. The problem is that it's just eye candy and it's just callbacks and nostalgia and the story is mid. The story is, in my opinion, honestly really good. I actually really like the story. I can agree with the nostalgia and shit, but I gotta take what it gives me. Like, so what? Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in the movie. Like, are we gonna use like people use that to bring the movie down so much? They don't use them, but they say those are the only good parts of the movie. Nah, them niggas didn't come in the movie until like the beginning of the second half, like right after Aunt May died, right? Yeah, right after Aunt May died, that's when they came in. So we seen Green Goblin off Mary Jane, or not Mary Jane, Aunt May. We seen him throw Peter down like 8 flights in the building. This is a fight scene where Peter's spider senses go off, and he peeps that Green Goblin had his mental switch, and it's like, bro, it was some shit that went on in that movie before we even seen Toby and Andrew. So I think I'm gonna go Spider-Man No Way Home. Shouts out Thunderbolts. Civil War, obviously. Avengers Age of Ultron, The Avengers. Avengers Age of Ultron is slept on. It's a good movie, y'all. It's slept on bad. It's the only Avengers movie. It's the only time in the MCU where we get to see the Avengers as a team. Like, it's not them forming the team. It's not them ending the team. It's them in like the peak and prime of the Avengers. You know what I mean? Like, stories that they probably could have told you in Avengers Infinity War, about how they used to be a team. Whatever story they would have told you would have came from that era. This is when we all like, look at Cap's suit. It got the A on the side of it. Like, this is peak Avengers teamwork and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's the best Avengers movie. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying in the world of the Avengers, this is the only movie where we get to see them just be a regular team. You know what I'm saying? I still got to go Avengers. Like, we do an Avengers, but they're becoming a team. They don't start off as a team in that movie. Avengers Infinity War, they are not even a team in that movie. They don't really be Endgame. Do they really end being a team? Yeah, kind of, because like everybody comes back and shit. But you know what I mean. The Avengers is, in my opinion, one of the best comic book movies of all time. Extremely likable, hella quotables, hella jokes. The story, one of the last time we get to see Hulk for real, nah. Age of Ultron is the last time, but Hulk was good. First time we see Thanos in that post-credit scene. We come back around to find out that, like, damn, Loki was working for Thanos this whole time. Nick Fury, Phil Coulson, like, the Avengers was crazy. Infinity War, Thor, come on now. Iron Man, Brave New World, come on now. Endgame, The Winter Soldier. See, look, we could easily go Endgame, but if we want to have fun and talk about it, The Winter Soldier might be a better movie. It might be a better movie. The Winter Soldier, bro, was dealing with a lot. Go from Captain America, the First Avenger, boom. It establishes, it sets up. Howard Stark is in the movie, so that's some Stark shit in there. It sets up Shield. It sets up Hydra. It sets up everything that we find out in Winter Soldier gets polluted by. Like, it's all polluted by the time Winter Soldier comes out. Like, he's around. Captain America is around when Hydra, I'm not going to say when Hydra started, but he's around in the beginnings of Hydra and Shield and all that shit. He goes to sleep for like 70 years, wakes up, Avengers happens, and Winter Soldier comes out, and all that shit that he watched grow, or that he watched get planted, you feel me? Has been polluted over years and years and years and years and years. The scene where not Zola, damn, what's his name? Not Zola. Is his name Zola? Armin Zola? I think Armin Zola, right? The doctor. He's supposed to be what was he supposed to look like in the comic book? He's supposed to look like a big ass like face type shit, kind of on some MODOK type shit, but they just had him in the TV screen, the computer screen, when him and Black Widow were looking for the files and all that stuff, and then he broke down the story and the history, revealed that Tony's parents were killed by Hydra. At this point, we didn't really have a something to lean like hold our opinion on and say that Bucky killed them. But like, nigga, we finding out that Bucky's been an assassin for the past 70 years, and that Tony's parents died by some type of freak Hydra accident. All we know that Hydra did it. At this point, Cap is probably thinking like, I'm not saying he thought that Bucky did it at that time, but he probably, has had his antennas up. Captain America: The Winter Soldier, bro. When that movie came out, like it just hit on a different level. Like they did Cap in an espionage type of vibe. Nah, I might have to go Winter Soldier, bro. And shouts out Endgame. Shouts out Endgame. I don't got nothing bad to say about it. When or Wakanda Forever, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's Guardians of the Galaxy. What they did with Guardians of the Galaxy, bro, they were able to. James Gunn, he was able to bring a ragtag group of heroes that nobody knew and make them some of the most lovable characters in the MCU. Respect. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Far From Home. I'm gonna go Far From Home. And Far From Home is like Mysterio's. I like Far From Home too. It's not even that I don't like Far From Home. It's just like maybe because they're not in New York. I don't know. It just felt like it was like it was good. But it's like I had to like go through all this for it to be good. Like just like make it clear. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it could have been a perfect movie. I won't say perfect, but it could have been a little more clear and fluid. Thor Ragnarok, Thor Love and Thunder, that's not a question. Ant-Man, Black Panther, not a question. Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man Homecoming. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Volume 2. I'm gonna go Volume. That's with Ego and shit. Damn. That's with Ego. We find out that he's been going around. What has he been going around doing? We found out that Ego has like a whole lot of kids, and what he does is he kills off his kids, right? We found out that he was the reason why Peter's mama died. It's not that she just, and it's not even just like she died because she was messing with a celestial being. She died because he put a tumor in her. His daddy put a tumor in her. That scene was crazy when he Quill found out and his eyes got all blackened and like the camera got out of focus. That was a good scene. Yeah, I guess Guardians 2 was cool. Was it better than Homecoming? You see, Peter's movies are cool. Like Homecoming, I used to think it was way better than I think it is now. Tony was in there. I liked Vulture. I liked him. It's not an origin story because we've seen him in this is his second movie at this point. His first movie was Civil War, so we've seen him before. Happy. It was alright, but I might go Guardians 2 just because it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hold Spider-Man movies to a high regard. Like, they gotta be 10 out of 10 because my favorite Spider-Man movies is Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2. And I think those are like top 5 comic book movies of all time. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Doctor Strange, and I'm going Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was a good movie, bro. Like I said, I can argue that his dad is top 5 villains of MCU history. And the combat. First Avenger, Eternals, I'm going First Avenger. A lot of people say First Avenger is boring. I think Captain America First Avenger, it's crazy. It only came out in 2011, 2010, 2011. So I don't want to call it dated, but like, actually, no, it feels so dated because it was literally based in the 40s. Like, that's the only reason why it feels so dated. I think that movie was good. It set up way too much shit for us to disrespect it. And bro, Bucky died. It's not like he dies at the end of the movie, but if you're somebody, because you gotta think about it, Captain America always been popular, but he's never been those like top 5 popular MCU character. And like for regular people, like non-comic book lovers or whatever. So you seeing that movie at the end, you thinking, damn, this nigga died at the end of the movie. Like this nigga died in the ice. Nah, he didn't though. He didn't though. Iron Man 2, Guardians 3. Guardians 3. Like I said, I think I said it on here. I'm not really all that on Guardians. It's alright. Civil War, no question. Avengers. Ooh, Avengers Infinity War. It's Avengers Infinity War. I wish. Why they do that though? This is literally like the beginning and the end. Well, end game, but this is literally like it's crazy. And this movie was the big attack in New York, and the nigga responsible for that shit finally, how many years later? That came out 2018. That came out 2012. 6 years later, boom, he pops up for the first time, besides his cameos throughout the MCU, um, and completes the mission. We rarely get to see a bad guy complete his mission. You know what I'm saying? We see the hero complete the mission, but we barely ever get to see the villains. It was almost as if the movie was in Thanos' perspective. Like, it's not like just he was a monster running around. Like, it got sentimental for him when he had to go get the Soul Stone and he had to sacrifice Gamora. What? Come on, nah. And this is the biggest movie of all time. It's literally the biggest movie of all time. Iron Man, Captain America, Winter Soldier. I gotta go Winter Soldier, bro. I got to. It's the top 5 MCU movie. Guardians of the Galaxy, Far From Home. I go Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the top 10 MCU movie to me. Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, gang. I gotta go Black Panther, easy. And I'm not somebody that used the black card. We gonna keep her all the way real, all the way real. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 versus Shang-Chi. I'm really going I'm going Shang-Chi. I'm going Shang-Chi. I'm going Shang-Chi. I need to rewatch Guardians 2. I haven't watched it in a minute. I don't always watch Shang-Chi, but I've seen it more than Guardians of the Galaxy in recent memory, and it's a good ass movie. Like, it's a good ass movie. I also just love like the Asian action movies a lot. So, but main character, bro killed his role. Shang-Chi was an enjoyable character. The supporting cast was funny. Trying to think, was it too goofy? It wasn't too goofy. It was like probably just the right amount of comedy that it needed. His parents' story is a beautiful story. His dad was really just tripping. He was just tweaking all movie, but he was a good villain. Captain America, the First Avenger, Guardians of the not a question. Ooh, niggas. Oh, you see how I said that was the question? Niggas would get on my ass and say that it's Guardians 3, but we not doing that in here, bro. Civil War, Infinity War. Damn, the war movies. It's Infinity War. Shouts out Civil War, though. Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Winter Soldier, easy. Ooh, this is the quarterfinals, y'all. This is the quarterfinals. Black Panther, Shang-Chi. Oh, that wasn't hard enough. Semifinals. Captain America, the First Avenger versus Avengers Infinity War. That's not comp. Where's the comp? Oh, shit. This is what it always comes down to. Which one is really a better movie, The Winter Soldier or Black Panther? All my years of life, I would have always said Black Panther. But within the last 2 weeks, it's Winter Soldier, y'all. We can't use the black card. It's Winter Soldier. Villain, I give it to Killmonger for sure. But the villain in Captain America, yeah, you can say it was what's his name, but it was really all. It was dude. It was definitely dude. But the end villain wasn't somebody you could just fight. He had the end scene fighting Winter Soldier, but Bucky was kind of like a sub villain of He was definitely an antagonist throughout the movie, but he wasn't the main bad guy. It was I'm forgetting bro's name. What was his name? The blonde dude. I forgot his name. He's in the poster too. Amazing actor too. But this movie rocked the world when it came out. Just because it was kind of like a darker tone. Darker tone isn't even the word to use. It was just like kind of James Bond 007-esque. Black Widow in there was a cold character. Scarlett Johansson kills it every time. The scene where Nick Fury is in the car and they kill him and he kind of just goes out into hiding. And mind you, this movie came out 2014. This is the start of Nick Fury being Ghost. Shield has been exposed. All their files, you can look them up on the internet and find anything you want. Nick Fury is presumed dead. And I don't think he ever came back. 2014. What movie? Was he in Civil War? Nick Fury wasn't in Civil War, which is weird looking back on. I want to say the first time we seen Nick Fury come back was what? Was it Avengers 2? It was Avengers 2, low key. It was low key the second Avengers, I think. Nah, the second Avengers came out 2015. Was Nick Fury? I think Nick Fury was in the second Avengers. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Cause hell yeah, he was. Cause they went to the barn, Hawkeye's barn and everything. And that's Nick Fury set that up. Yeah. So it wasn't that long that he was gone, but like Nick Fury's not on record in the world. That's why it's easy for him to go up to space and shit like that. Cause he's dead as far as the world actually knows it. Black Panther is that movie. It really took over the world in 2018 when it dropped. I think the villain is better. I think this. I can't say the full. Oh shit! It gets sensitive saying the full story isn't better because it's really a Black depression story, bro. It's really a story of oppression and wanting to oppress the oppressors. That's what Killmonger's on. Let's oppress the oppressors. Y'all got all this Wakanda. I'm funny. Y'all got all this vibranium in Wakanda. I just want us to. I just want one, my birthright to be king, because y'all effed me over by killing my daddy. And two, let's bring some of this vibranium over to the hood, because that's where they killed his daddy at and left him in the hood in Oakland. Let's go back. Not even just Oakland. Let's go to all these Black communities in America and fight for our rights the right way, the wrong way. That's what was wrong with Killmonger. His motivation wasn't wrong at all, but he was going at it at a very devious rate. Like Killmonger was calculated as hell, bro. He graduated college at what, like 15? Um, Went military on him. He all hit like from the day his daddy died. When when Killmonger went back in that apartment complex, like I'm not just talking just to talk, y'all. When Killmonger went in that apartment complex and seen Panther claws in his daddy's chest, you got to remember his dad has been keep putting him on game with Wakanda his whole life. So it's not like he's a kid that doesn't know what Wakanda is. His dad is telling him them stories every single day. Like, yo, we're not from here. We're from over there. It's this and this and this going on. Obviously, he's a kid. He has to retain as much as he can. But when he's seen that, hold on, my daddy dead, but how is he dead? These ain't no panther. These ain't no gunshot wounds. This look like an animal that came through and only nigga that could have did this is the Black Panther. So he doesn't even know why. He has no explanation. He just thinks his daddy is dead with panther claws in him. He don't know his daddy is doing wrong by Wakanda standards, by the king standards. So he's just thinking like they came back and killed him and left. That was his motivation his whole life, and he succeeded until T'Challa came back and got the throne and set shit back in order. But he succeeded, bro. Ooh, that makes me want to pick it, but I can't because my whole reasoning with Black Panther being so goated really is based off of Killmonger and his motivation and his story. All of Winter Soldier is crazy. This the finals, Infinity War versus Winter Soldier. Jeez. It's Infinity War. I'm just trying to think of a way to. Nah, it's Infinity War, bro. Infinity War is the biggest movie of all time. Like, it's the biggest movie of all time. The payoff in Endgame is obviously the real payoff, but to build up to Thanos for all these years, this nigga whooped this nigga Hulk the first 5 minutes of the movie. The same Hulk that we seen go crazy on Thanos' guys and on his ships and all that in 2012. That's my secret. I'm always angry. He punched that T'Challa ship like it's nothing, and he's the complete difference maker in that fight. The same Hulk that we seen fight the Hulkbuster in where were they in? Were they in Wakanda fighting? I think they were in Nigeria. In Africa, the same Hulk that we've seen lose his mind and go nuts and be the difference got folded like a lawn chair in 5 minutes. with limited stones. He had the Power Stone though, but I think you see some people say that if he doesn't, do the whole shit, he's not using it. But I feel like if you have the gauntlet on, you're a little more powerful. I'm not saying that you're as powerful as you are if you were to like activate the Power Stone, but I think you just having it in your possession makes you a little enhanced. You know what I'm saying? Like little force field around you, like type shit. I don't know. Some people think like, nah, unless you activate it, it doesn't have nothing to do with it, which I can understand. I'm just saying you bearing the stones like multiple at one time, just because you're not using them, I gotta still believe that you're still a little more powerful than just the average person walking around before even activating the shit. Um, I gotta go Infinity War, bro. I gotta go Infinity War. Thanos. Um, and not even just Thanos. This is after Civil War. Like Iron Man and Tony and Cap didn't see each other in this movie at all. Last time they seen each other before Endgame was Civil War. When he was like, "That's my father's shield. You don't deserve that shield." Cap dropped his shield when they were fighting over with Bucky. That's the last time they seen each other. They did not see each other in Infinity War at all. They were close, but they didn't see each other. A lot of these niggas didn't see each other in the movie. So we're still having to deal with the ramifications of what happened in Civil War of us beefing. Like all these heroes on the screen, like we was not all of them, but like we was beefing this last movie. Now that's why it was a little easier. I don't want to say easier, but like we're not even a team. We're a dissembled team. Imagine if all of us would have been with each other just like how we supposed to be, kicking it at the mansion, and then Thanos come down. Now we at full strength. I'm not saying it still wouldn't have went the way it went, but at least we're at full strength when you feel me. By the time Thanos and them came down, nigga, it was Iron Man, Strange, and Wong and Peter. Imagine if it was just a regular day where it was the whole team still kicking it. Man, we gonna go Infinity War. We gonna go Infinity War. It's the biggest movie of the MCU. It's probably the best movie of the MCU. If you want to talk, I can't even say. I was gonna say, okay, what about in terms of being a true film? On some film shit. I was gonna say Winter Soldier, but nah, it's probably still Infinity War. Like the build up was insane. This movie came out in June, in probably May, probably April 27th. It came out in April. Black Panther came out like 2 months before this. The first seeing Black Panther in is the dum dum. What, niggas went crazy seeing him again? We just seen him 2 months ago, and you coming off having probably the biggest movie of the year if it wasn't for this. Like what? Marvel just hit us back to back in the day, bro. What? I'm going off on a tangent now, y'all. Infinity War the winner. Oh, view results. What is that? I mean, I know what the results is. Ain't that it? Oh, okay, going round by round. Yeah. Shouts out Infinity War. Shouts out the MCU. Hey, y'all. I thought we was. Let me check just in case. Marvel playing with us, bro. I thought we was finna have a trailer, an Avengers Doomsday trailer to watch. Nigga, it was a damn coffee shop. They said that they had a surprise for us at 2. It was a damn Russo brothers have just pissed fans on it. Yeah, it was a coffee shop. I don't even want to watch no. Shouts out Tyrone Magnus. It was a coffee shop, bro. That's what the surprise was. A coffee shop with Latveria themed drinks and cups and mugs. Drop that trailer, fuck me. Drop that trailer, Marvel. Drop the trailer. What is it? It's June 2nd. At this point, they might as well. August, September, October, November, December. 5 months before. Wait 5 months to drop a trailer. Jeez, that's a long ass time. I was gonna say at this point you might as well just drop it in Brand New Day. You might as well drop it during Brand New Day at this point. That would be 5 months before your movie comes out. You probably drop another trailer, what, a month later? I mean, it's that might be the way they want to go, actually. just build the hype up like 5 months before, because niggas is already feeling non-comic book, like real fans are already like, if the general public damn near know the movie coming out, but even real deal fans are iffy on it. I trust the Russo brothers, so I'm not iffy on it, but like, you feel me? The state of Marvel right now, y'all gotta move tact, real tact, and real strategic with y'all's next moves, bro. So this point, I say they might as well drop the trailer during Brand New Day, but hopefully we get it tomorrow. I want it right now, bro. But hey, man, we off this thing, man. Appreciate y'all. We gonna see y'all in the next one, yes, sir.